Here, I want to do an update on my Fallkniven A1 Pro survival knife. I just got done doing a preliminary test on my porch. Okay, I was batoning basically just a big piece of pine. It had a huge knot in the middle of it. It's super lame, okay? I'm sitting there batoning on my porch in the video, but hey, I want to test my gear before I go out in the woods and depend on it. Of course, let's keep it real. I'm not going to be batoning that massive piece of wood like that in the field with a big piece of knot. It's just kind of a test to see what this monster truck of a knife can take, okay? And this knife is impressive. And you know, I do have axes. I'm an axe guy, okay? That's my background. I love axes. I hang axes, you know. I'm working on an axe right now. This is a small hatchet right here. I'm going to have to hang that. But we're getting off track. The Fallkniven A1 Pro is a phenomenal knife. Okay, it definitely has an improvement over the stock A1. Okay, and the A1's predecessor, the SRK. Okay, there is a huge difference, I feel, when it comes to the performance of a knife. If you get out there and you're using your knives, you will know the difference when you get your hands on this bad boy. And I'll upload that video. You guys can check it out. I'll leave it the raw, unedited footage. You guys can just watch that, and it's all empirical. You could take from it what you will. But, I mean, we're talking the chest lever cuts are amazing. The chopping is impressive. The new handle ergonomics are much, much better. I love the firmer Thermarun handle on here. And the geometry is just, oh, it's impressive. This single baton like a freaking beast. I've never had a knife baton so good, ever. And it just really feels indestructible. You even see me do some prying in that huge piece of wood. This knife is going nowhere. The blade itself, it just feels indestructible. And there's so much just raw power in this guy. You do get some of that impression with the A1. But I would say the A1 Pro is to the SRK as the SRK is to the A1. So if you have only had an SRK and you picked up the A1 Pro, or the regular A1, you'd be like, wow, what a difference. This thing just feels like a monster, right? Well, that's the same thing that happens when you pick up an A1 Pro over just a stock A1. You're like, wow, what a monster. That thing's got some power to it, okay? And we'll have to do a comprehensive review about this. But I want to show you guys, this is the edge that I sharpened on the water stones. And after all the testing and all that stuff, I want to show you guys how sharp it still is after all that heavy use that I got done doing. And we'll cut real fast here. Look at that. That was a fast cut, guys. That's a fast cut. Alright? Fast cut. That's pretty sharp. Slow cutting. There's a few areas there it gets hung up. Okay, it's not as razor sharp as it was fresh off the stones. Okay, but we're talking on the edge, no chips. Maybe a few small rules there, which we're seeing present themselves here on the paper. Other than that, oh my God, impressive. Okay, no chipping whatsoever on the wood, which means that if you know how to use a knife, this steel is not going to be chippy at all. Now, if you're still new to all the different skills and techniques, bushcraft and survival techniques you could use, and if you hit the ground, that's a different story. But any knife you use is going to be chipped out, all right? If you have a sharp knife, any sharp knife, and you hit the ground, or you hit something solid like rock or metal, it's going to chip the knife, okay? So I highly recommend upgrading your skill and don't do that. And you will have an impressive performing knife. This thing is just truly amazing. I love the laminated cobalt. And I don't really have much for arm hair right now, but I want you guys to see that we are still able to shave the hair. Look at that, all the way down. Still able to. Okay? That's awesome. Just want to make sure we get this for you guys. Okay, it's not quite popping the hairs like it was when I just had it fresh off the stones. But wow, laminated cobalt, what an impressive steel. It's tough enough for hard use in this big blade. It sharpens very, very, very good. Okay, and it's highly abrasion resistant and seems to hold an edge very good. So nothing but good stuff to say. So not everything here is rainbows and sunshine, guys, and it breaks my freaking heart to say this, but I've run into a problem with this knife. When I got done with the heavy batoning and the prying and all the stuff that I know that a professional survival knife should be able to hold up to, unfortunately what happened was, while I was chopping, I ran into this sound right here. What's that? Well, what it is there's some slight up and down play that's developed here on the thermal run handle and the guard. The guard has some up and down play now. Okay, it's very, very slight. Okay, we're talking probably about the width of a hair. Okay, the tolerances are it's very, very small, and even the handle about the width of a hair. I'm not sure if we could see there. That's how much up and down. There's no side to side. There's no back and forth. Okay, it's all up and down, and it's gotten loose. Alright, I think this knife would still perform. If I was in the field and that happened, I wouldn't be like, nah, I'm gonna die because my knife, the handle is loose. No, this thing would still hold up and would still perform. But I'm disappointed, guys, okay? I'm gonna be honest. I'm a little disappointed about that because this is my favorite knife. Out of all the knives that you guys have seen on my channel and all the knives I've even failed to review for you guys, this has been the best performing fixed blade knife I've ever used. And I'm just a little disappointed in the fact that it has a problem there. It's gotten loose. So that's not something that's probably going to happen with every Fallkniven A1 Pro. I'm sure mine is probably just a defect. Or maybe there is a design issue. I'm not sure. I've never seen an A1 Pro with the handle off, so I don't know. But I've contacted Fallkniven and I've let them know my problem. I talked to Eric and he basically said, yeah, just send it in. We'll probably replace that for you or repair it, or we're going to take care of you, basically is what he was telling me. And so I got the address. I'm going to send this guy off to Sweden. I live in the United States. So we'll send it off. We'll see what they do. And I'll keep you guys up to date about this. My favorite knife, all right? I'm not even going to lie. This is my favorite. When I'm using this guy, I have not had a knife perform as good as this one right here. So, yeah. I'll keep you guys posted on that. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel, and I really appreciate you guys subscribing, and I love sharing stuff about knives and axes. I've got a ton of other knives I have not shared with you guys, and I'm going to get around to we'll talk more about those knives. But yeah, stick around here if you love knife stuff, sharpening knives, axes, bushcraft, survival, and we'll discuss it all and share it and have a lot of fun here. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Take care.